Christmas, celebrated worldwide as a joyous occasion marking the birth of Jesus Christ, holds deep religious significance for Christians. However, the true origins of this holiday may not be as straightforward as commonly believed. Many people associate Christmas with the nativity story found in the Bible, but the celebration itself is rooted in centuries of traditions that predate Christianity. In fact, much of what we observe today has been influenced by various pagan festivals, political decisions, and cultural shifts that have shaped the holiday over time. The Bible does not mention a specific date for Jesus' birth, and scholars agree that December 25th is not likely the actual date. Early Christian writers such as Origen c. 185 to 254 AD and Augustine of Hippo 354 to 430 AD pointed out that the exact day of Christ's birth was never recorded in Scripture. The decision to celebrate Christmas on December 25th was made centuries later, most notably by Emperor Constantine in the 4th century. His intention was to create a unified Christian holiday that coincided with the pagan festival of Saturnalia, which celebrated the Roman god Saturn and marked the winter solstice. The connection between Christmas and ancient pagan festivals is further emphasized by the historical accounts of holidays like the Roman Saturnalia and the Norse Yule, both of which occurred around the same time as Christmas. These celebrations involved feasting, gift-giving, and lighting candles, all practices that are now central to modern Christmas traditions. Historians such as William Walsh in The Story of Santa Claus 1923 argue that many aspects of Christmas are borrowed from these pagan customs. Therefore, Christmas, as we know it, is a blend of biblical references, political decisions, and older pagan rituals. This fascinating history challenges the conventional understanding of the holiday, inviting us to reflect on the deeper origins behind our celebrations. Pre-Christian origins and pagan festivals. The origins of Christmas are often misunderstood, with many believing it solely celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ. However, the truth is more complex, rooted in ancient pre-Christian traditions and pagan festivals that have shaped modern Christmas celebrations. The connection between Christmas and these festivals is not a mere coincidence but a reflection of the way early Christianity absorbed and adapted local customs. One of the most influential pre-Christian festivals is Saturnalia, a Roman celebration held in honor of the god Saturn. Occurring from December 17th to December 23rd, Saturnalia was a time of feasting, gift-giving, and role reversals, where slaves were temporarily freed and treated as equals. This festival was marked by merrymaking, decorating homes with greenery, and giving presents, practices that directly mirror modern Christmas traditions. The historian Pliny the Elder in his work Natural History described Saturnalia as a time of festive indulgence, which played a key role in shaping the customs of later Christian holidays. In the Norse tradition, the Yule festival also falls during the winter solstice. Yule was a celebration of the rebirth of the sun, marked by feasts, the lighting of candles, and the decoration of trees with offerings to ensure a prosperous year. These practices of light and tree decorations are commonly associated with Christmas today. Ancient texts such as the prose Edda by Snorri Sturluson describe how Norse gods, including the sun god Balder, were celebrated during this time. The connection between these pagan festivals and Christmas became more pronounced when Emperor Constantine officially Christianized the Roman Empire. In the 4th century, he declared December 25th as the birth date of Jesus Christ, likely to align with the existing celebrations of Saturnalia and Yule. This move was partly political, aiming to unite the Roman Empire under a single religion. As noted by the early Christian writer St. Augustine in his City of God, the Christian Church began adopting and adapting pagan customs to ease the transition for converts, blending traditional customs with Christian meanings. These pagan roots are sometimes overlooked, but understanding them provides a deeper perspective on the origins of Christmas. It is a reminder of how cultural and religious practices evolve, often incorporating elements from various traditions to form the celebrations we know today. The role of Constantine and the Christianization of pagan holidays. Emperor Constantine, who ruled the Roman Empire from 306 to 337 AD, played a pivotal role in shaping the development of Christianity. One of his most significant actions was the Christianization of the Roman Empire, which included the adaptation of pagan festivals into Christian traditions. This move was both politically strategic and religious, aiming to unify the empire under a common religious identity. Constantine's involvement in Christianizing pagan holidays is best seen in the establishment of December 25th as the date for celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. Before Christianity's rise, December 25th was celebrated by pagans as the birth of the sun god, Sol Invictus, in a festival known as the Dies Natalis Solis Invicti, the birthday of the unconquered sun. This date was also part of the Roman festival of Saturnalia, which involved feasting, gift-giving, and general merrymaking. In 325 AD, Constantine convened the First Council of Nicaea, which sought to solidify Christian doctrine and practices. At this council, the date of December 25th was officially chosen to celebrate Christ's birth. This decision was influenced by both the desire to Christianize the existing pagan festival and the strategic need to offer a celebration that would resonate with Roman citizens already familiar with solstice and sun worship. By aligning Jesus' birth with the solstice, Constantine aimed to make Christianity more appealing to pagans and to supplant the worship of pagan gods with a Christian alternative. The Bible does not support the idea that Jesus was born on December 25th. Scripture offers no specific date for Christ's birth, and scholars agree that the time of year likely differs from winter. Early Christian writings, such as those by the Church Father Origen, suggest that Christians rejected the idea of celebrating birthdays as pagan customs. Historically, this fusion of pagan practices with Christian observance helped Christianity spread throughout the Roman Empire. The blending of Saturnalia's customs, like feasting and exchanging gifts, into Christmas traditions was instrumental in easing the transition from paganism to Christianity. Today, many Christmas traditions can be traced back to these early efforts of Constantine and the Church. The myth of the Nativity. Was Jesus really born on December 25th? The tradition of celebrating the birth of Jesus on December 25th is widely accepted, yet historical and biblical evidence suggests this date may be a myth. The Bible itself does not specify the exact date of Jesus' birth. In fact, the Gospel accounts do not offer a concrete time frame for the event, leaving much of the modern Christmas narrative open to interpretation. One of the main reasons for December 25th being chosen as the birth date of Jesus is its alignment with the Roman festival of Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun, celebrated around the winter solstice. Early Christian leaders, especially under Emperor Constantine in the 4th century, sought to adopt this date to replace pagan traditions with a Christian holiday. According to historical sources, including The History of Christianity by Kenneth Scott Latourette, Constantine's empire had long celebrated the solstice as a day of rebirth, which symbolized the return of longer days. To coincide with this established festival, the Church proclaimed December 25th as the birth date of Christ. Further evidence challenges the December 25th theory. In The Birth of the Messiah, author Raymond E. Brown suggests that the environment described in the nativity accounts, such as the shepherds in the fields at night, points to a different time of year, likely in the spring or early autumn, when weather conditions would be more favorable for shepherding. The historical accounts do not suggest a harsh winter, but rather a period when the sheep were still in the fields, something that would not have happened during the cold winter months. Additionally, early Christian writings, including those of Origen, also indicate a lack of specific focus on the date of Jesus' birth. In the works of Origen, the early theologian dismisses the idea of celebrating Jesus' birthday at all, suggesting that it was more important to focus on his resurrection. Thus, the selection of December 25th was more about merging Christian celebrations with existing cultural festivals, rather than being a biblically accurate representation of Jesus' birth. The terrifying truth: Christmas as a blend of paganism, politics, and commercialism. The Bible does not endorse the celebration of Jesus' birth, and early Christian writings, including those by church fathers like Augustine and Chrysostom, show that the Church was wary of incorporating pagan elements into Christian practices. However, by adopting December 25th as the day of Christ's birth, the Church effectively Christianized existing pagan festivals to maintain control over cultural traditions. The commercialization of Christmas in the modern era further distorts its origins. In the 19th and 20th centuries, Christmas became increasingly commercialized, especially with the rise of consumerism. companies began to promote gift-giving, decorations, and the image of Santa Claus to boost sales. The transformation of Christmas into a holiday focused on materialism and consumption is seen in popular culture and advertisements, overshadowing its religious and historical roots. Thus, the terrifying truth about Christmas is that its celebration is a complex blend of pagan rituals, political maneuvering, and modern commercial interests, all far removed from the biblical narrative of Jesus' birth. This combination has shifted the focus away from its spiritual meaning, turning it into a holiday that often reflects more of the world's values than those of the early Christian faith.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.